Everybody, Moo here. I know I haven't made a video in a couple weeks, and the reason for that is I've been working 100-hour plus weeks for the past 3 weeks. If you're a working adult, you know exactly what that means, and if you're not, congratulations. Enjoy your freedom while you have it, all right? Anyways, I'm going to be a lot more free as of today. Of course, the Christmas holidays and everything is going to be coming up too in another month or so. And yeah, we're going to be making a lot more videos as well, which is exciting. And today we're going to be covering Lady Tremaine. I know it's almost the end of November, so we're going to be getting a bunch of new Tsum Tsum as well pretty soon here. But anyways, let's just jump straight into the gameplay. I like what her skill ability says. Essentially, she clears vertical and diagonal lines of Tsum Tsum as well as a random clear. So that's exciting to me. And yes, you are seeing that correctly. I am missing 2 Tsum Tsum now. My collection is no longer complete. What do you have to say about that? Goals, right? We got goals now. Anyways, let's get into the first game. See what she can do here. And yeah, very interesting. Very interesting. Okay, here we go. SL6, of course. Okay, diagonal, random. Okay, but she seems to be generating a bunch of her own type of Tsum Tsum with one of the clears. So 1 horizontal, 1 diagonal, and 1 at random. Okay, let's just go for it here. Are we just getting lucky with the Tsum? Is that what's going on? Or like, does she actually clear all but herself? Okay, the good news is... Okay, am I... Okay. Good news is, let me finish my train of thought here, is she does generate bubbles with each clear. So just because we exited Fever Time just now is not that big of a deal because we had the 3 bubbles to contend with and get us back into Fever Time. So, very cool. Very cool. That means her ability is very spammable. And I like that. That's the sign of a decent Tsum Tsum right there. Okay, bit of a mistake. We're getting a bunch of time bubbles too, which is quite rare for me. If you guys have been following the channel for a while, you know my luck with them time bubbles is not the best, not even close. I'm liking this as well. It looks like every time you use her ability, the Tsum Tsum are allowed to repopulate the screen. It doesn't freeze the screen. That's probably one of my biggest, you know, let's call it points of complaint when it comes to Tsum Tsum that freeze the screen when you're using their ability. I don't like the lack of fluidity for that particular play style. So it's nice to see that this one is not like that, especially because the clears are not that powerful to begin with. Okay, we get 1 more skill off. So we did really, really badly because we're just figuring the Tsum Tsum out for round 1. And even so, we still managed 3,500 base coin with a horrendous first game. So now we're going to go into the second game. We kind of know what to expect. Just go straight for the spam strats. Charge as quickly as possible, use the skill as many times as possible, and try to optimize for Fever Time re-entries. And let's see if we can bump that coin earnings into the 5,000 plus range with the next couple games. All right, here we go. We're going to do 2 more games as usual, just to kind of get our feet wet with the Tsum Tsum. And then if it deserves more, we can always do more. But this seems like a pretty standard Tsum so far for the most part. It does take quite a few to get the first skill going. We're halfway through the fever gauge meter, so we might as well just use it. We seem to have a bunch of Mitsum on screen. Okay, maybe not that many. Okay, start popping these bubbles to get us back into fever time. Get those refreshes. 5-second refreshes, that is. Come on, come on. We lost a little bit of time there. A 20 clear, a 20 clear, and a 13 clear. So it's that last one that sometimes gives us the bubbles, right? The time bubbles. Because it appears like it's counting it as one chain, even though it's random. Which means if you use the bubble booster item with her, that's actually a detriment. I would not use the bubble booster item with her because that's going to prevent you from getting time bubbles as consistently. Come on, that should get us back in there. Okay, we got a bubble out of that too. Very nice. Okay, this is still not a good game though. Still not a good game. But if we start getting a few more time bubbles, we might be able to recover. If. That's a big if. Looks like we're not going to be able to recover. Maybe our final round will get 5,000 plus. Okay, we have a large Mitsum on screen, so hopefully this will get us most of the way back to a full skill. Okay. Yeah, her recharge rate is pretty hefty. You need a lot of Mitsum to get her going, so... I'm just going to pop the mic. Unlucky. Yeah, we needed to get a few more Mitsum there, so I was willing to waste the large Tsum just to kind of refresh the screen a little bit quicker, but... I don't know. Didn't really work out in our favor this time, so that was actually worse than our first game. Feels bad, man. All right, let's get straight into the last one. This is not a complicated Tsum Tsum. It looks like you need a little bit of RNG favoring you so you can get a few more of the Mitsum on screen. But because you get so many bubbles, you know, you can make it work. You can make it work. Okay. Yeah, and charging that first skill seems to be key because once you charge the first skill and you start being able to cycle the screens with the bubbles like I'm doing right now, that's going to be key. But when you don't have that first skill right away, it makes it a little bit more challenging. Like we spent 13 seconds charging that first skill, right? Okay, we're just going to go for it here because we're going to end up having 5 bubbles. I was trying not to pop the cat there. That's a little bit of a waste, but I wanted to make a little bit more room for the skills to clear a little bit more so we get a few more coin out of this. Come on, come on, I need those, quick! Perfect. We're struggling a little bit to get to 5,000 base coin here. So it looks like maybe that first game was the outlier already, where we got a lot more of the Mitsum than is normal. That was clutch. That was clutch as well. I don't think we're going to be able to do more than that. Yeah. Wow, okay. All right, 147 combo. All right, I see how this is. I see how this is. 235 Mitsum cleared. The score is a little bit better than last game, and we ended up with 3,300 coin after the booster and everything. Yeah, not the strongest Tsum Tsum. As you guys probably already figured out, because this Tsum only hits in the 20s, you're not going to get that much coin. I was definitely hoping to get a game where we kind of rely a little bit on the RNG factor of the final clear, the one that hits in the 13-14 range. Because if that one comes in clutch for you and produces a whole bunch of time bubbles, and then you're also producing a bunch of time bubbles yourself just by manually making chains, yes, you could probably get a pretty good game. Any kind of Tsum Tsum that can produce time bubbles relatively easily is going to give you that one crazy game where your score and your coin are going to be insane. But this one is definitely very RNG dependent, because you only have that one opportunity with that final clear, and then the rest is all on you to make them manually. So 220 clears, not going to produce too much coin, and score, that is. So this Tsum Tsum overall, I would say, is just below average. Not the best, definitely not the worst, but pretty fun to play. So that's going to do it for me, guys. Please do stay tuned. I will be making a bunch more videos, as I mentioned. And if I don't see you for a while, happy holidays. Happy Thanksgiving to those of you that are Americans, and enjoy your weekends. I'll see you next time. Peace out.